and good morning. Um, Back in the saddle after a long hiatus, new time, new place, some new faces, some old faces that are all standing by. I am Jingo the Fool, and this is the Ship of Fools. Welcome aboard. Hope you are having a splendid Saturday while I untangle myself from all of my stuff here. Um, let's pull in the players and get started.
Again is because my phone apparently forgot what it was.
I'm
Good
just
morning, pirates.
watching
Good
the
morning.
screen.
Good morning.
We are live at
All
last.
right.
Well,
I see
Yay!
it's
that.
been a
Yay!
while since I've been on this side of the airwaves. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining me. Anybody new out there in the audience? We are the Ship of Fools. The Ship of Fools being anybody who's foolish enough to put their face in one of these windows here. That would be currently these folks here. We have, we'll let everybody introduce your character, and if you want yourself, let's start with Stitch. Tell us a little bit about Stitch and maybe about yourself if you like.
Let's see. Stitch was an ensign on his last ship, and he's not very happy about his current situation sitting in a brig in London. So he's full of piss and vinegar at this point, and he's looking to take it out on somebody. He's kind of built like that. As one of the ship's enforcers of rules and regulations, he wasn't particularly liked by the men, but he was feared by them. And fear as good as being liked as far as he was concerned. And that's Stitch.
All right. Let's go down to Napes. Explain a little bit about Napes, who she is, what she is.
Okay. um, Napes is from originally from Iceland. She stowed away aboard a ship headed for elsewhere, mostly into Europe, from a bad family situation. And when she was caught, they were out in the middle of the ocean, and the captain, being somewhat, had a little bit of a soft spot because he had a daughter of his own. Obviously not on the ship because, women on ships. Woo. But she proved herself within moments because she shot right up the rigging and was kind of swinging around, and none of the guys could catch her. And so he said, she's a jackanapes, which basically is she's like an ape jumping around on the rigging. And she wanted to go to England, so when they got to their destination, their first destination, which I haven't, somewhere, or Northern Europe, she stole away on an English Navy ship. How better to get to England than on an English Navy ship or British Navy ship?
Only this one wasn't headed to England; it was headed the other way.
Yeah, well, she didn't know where they were going, but it
and
was
you
just.
fell into adventure.
I did. So.
All right, Captain Alistair. Tell us a little bit about Alistair.
Well, at this point, he's not really a captain. He was first officer on a ship that headed the Warspite, and he was involved in he didn't know, it was just an assignment. First officer aboard the ship, and he overheard the captain on this. They went way up north. I mean, way up north, above the Arctic Circle, and he didn't much care for that duty too much, but it was his assignment. That's what he was supposed to do. So he goes up north, and he's listening to the captain having a conversation with somebody, and he was just happened to be at the wrong place at the right time. We'll put it that way, and discovered that the captain was involved with some dirty crap, and it went
I want to stop you for a second and correct you.
Okay.
The captain is a separate gentleman from Lord Trevor. Lord Trevor was the leader of the expedition, but he was not the captain of the ship.
Not the captain. Okay.
He was not the captain of the ship. So I'm sorry I was
Okay.
not clear on that detail
No,
before.
that's fine. That's fine. So he basically overhears this conversation and realizes that, man, there's something potentially there's some form of darkness afoot here. Something strange is going on, and some make a long story short, it's found out that Alistair has discovered this, and upon their return to uh, England, he is imprisoned. Now they were thrown in a brig on the ship. There's a whole lot of other stuff that happened during this time. We actually tried to steal the ship and get away, and various things, and we just ended up in the brig. And next thing
Actually,
we
no,
know,
no, no. Let me go back. You are not in the brig. You are laying low in London. If you read,
right, right,
so,
right.
so you guys are right now laying low in London. You have a
Okay,
boat that belonged to Lord Trevor that is currently frozen, um,
in the Thames. That's
in the
right.
Thames, and you know that Lord Trevor and the Warspite have headed west to further whatever plot they're furthering, and that you guys, you're the only ones that, can stop him because you're the only ones that know about it. You can't go to the Crown because, well, they think you're mutineers and deserters and will hang you if you show up.
But literally, we know there has been a threat to the crown. There has been a threat to the crown, um, and Lord Trevor is behind it, and the crown thinks we're uh, traitors, but we need to try to make it right.
Yep, and it all hinges on catching him. So as we open up, you guys are, it's early in the morning, um, in April. Um, you have heard that the Thames has begun to thaw and that the boats are pushing out from the harbor. Let me share with you a map. Let me take all the tokens off here.
Question for you, GM:
Yes, sir.
Are they actively? Are we aware of anyone actively looking for us?
No, you are
Okay.
not actively being looked for, but
Okay.
if your name is on a list of mutineers, as is Ensign Stitch, um, right now on this dock, let me illuminate a few things. While this is not the actual map we will use for your ship, that is about the size and shape of your ship and where it sits on the docks. You know that a British Marine by the name of Lieutenant Jeffers and his squad of Marines supposedly guard this boat. Um, this is what your sailors have told you. Um, your task, as it may, will be to somehow either get around or through those Marines and take back your boat.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, I can get there, but
Yeah, you're a
I'm a
net swinging ape.
pretty much. I'm a little bitty sneaky thing.
You're a rigging's monkey.
I am.
So, our sailors are another kind of clarification question. Our sailors are already connected to us.
Yes, they are.
These are loyal people that okay.
That should share the sailor sheet with you. This is what they are, what they know. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, you have 6 of them, and they are loyal to you guys. Um, the first thing you'll probably want to do is reconnaissance the docks. Um, and if you guys choose to do that, how many of you are going? What's your plan? As a matter of fact, what do you guys want to do?
Are our sailors also, are their names on a list of mutineers?
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Basically, we and our crew are wanted.
Yes.
we need to know how many Marines are watching this ship at the time. Is it being offloaded? Loaded?
Your ship has just been. You guys were able to get into port and pull it into dock and grab your personal gear and run. You were running away down the dock when you know, the British Navy closed in behind the boat and seized it. Shortly thereafter, the Thames froze, and you know they think it's Lord Trevor's boat, but you know
Right.
Yeah.
it had been involved in piracy because he reported it stolen. So right now, the British Crown has seized it and has not given it back to him, and so here it sits. Not that he could claim it back because it's been frozen in the water, but as far as you know, 8 Marines and Lieutenant Jeffers guard the dock.
Is it currently ice locked?
Um, the Thames has become broken and sludgy. As of this morning, a good captain, a good pilot, could probably get you out into the wider flow of the Thames, and with any luck, free of the harbor and out into open sea where you would be away
Into the channel.
Okay.
into the channel.
So, pull my trusted companions together here. And, what do you see? I mean, should we use... We're going to have to use stealth to a certain point, and he looks at Naves.
Of course.
Someone to get aboard the ship and get her ready, quietly. These 8 Marines, are they on the ship itself or on the dock, or
One
both?
moment, I am placing them so you will know where they're at. Let's see.
I feel like a complete and utter noob, but I haven't been on Twitch in ages. Where's my... so I can broadcast it off of my channel?
You can go to your channel and type /host ship.
Oh!
The Shippo Fools.
So I do it
I'm
for my
glad
own
you
channel.
said that. Yes, because I should have done. I think I've got Jingo on an auto host thing.
All right. You would know. Make them all visible. There isn't a way on here to do that.
How do I do that?
It's from your dashboard. Click on your character on your personal icon up in the corner.
Mm-hmm. I've got...
Creator dashboard.
Oh, creator dashboard. That's what I need.
I've got Ray. What happened to my host channel? What the?
And, well, you know that since the boat has been there, you should be able to see all of your Marines. And let's do this. Since we're in a tactical mode, I'm going to switch us over to the chart room so everybody else can see us as well. There we go.
Very nice.
I just checked, and yes, Rob's channel is being hosted by mine as well. So.
Well, how the heck? Preview manager, maybe?
Lieutenant Jeffries. What a snob. I never did care for that lad.
He's gonna learn. He's gonna learn how I got my nickname.
I will point out that these Marines are loyal to the Crown. They are not villains. They think you are villains, even though you're not.
We really want to do this without
However,
killing.
you do know Lieutenant Jeffers, and while he is a loyal Marine, he is also kind of a dick. He thinks that Marines are better than sailors and has always treated sailors like shit, including you, Alistair, and you, Ensign Bloodknock. So he's kind of an asshole, but he's not really evil.
Hey.
But pushing him into the icy water might be a satisfying conclusion.
How many of these barrels up here might contain, say, whale oil?
You know what? Let's before we do that,
Yeah, let's get the.
let's get you some bennies. You
Yeah.
guys don't have any bennies. I'm slacking up here. Oh, come
Right?
on.
How else are we supposed to re-roll my crappy rolls?
Change the
I'm
story
just trying to.
better.
So-
Tools, bennies.
So,
Let's see.
Stitch knows that from previous gaming that I belong to the Will Wheaton School of dice rolling.
Hey, Ben. Welcome to the stream.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Well,
Got
me
some
more
new
so than
things
others.
going on. Let me
Oh,
let's see.
I think it's a malady of this table, to be honest with
They
you.
give you a stack of bennies.
Fantasy
Oh
ground.
no,
give
it
you a
follows
stack
me
of
wherever.
bennies
I was playing
and give
Savage
you a
Worlds
stack of
last night
bennies.
in Deadlands, but
And
a
let's deal
homebrewed
some
kind of
adventure
thing.
cards.
Ooh, yeah.
Look over your adventure cards. If there is one you cannot use because it's not applicable to your character, let me know, and I will deal you another one. Oh, okay. I see why that happened. Let's see. Is this still showing? Alistair's a novice, so it only dealt him one card. Let me there. Now he's seasoned. Let me refresh that. Get him 2 cards. There we go.
All right.
Now, let's see. Chance that something has whale oil in it. I'm not going to make you spend a penny on that because it is a fairly common thing. What I will have you do, and you are going to learn about the luck die, Marv. The luck die is a D12. 10 or above is good. 3 or lower is bad. Anything else in between is shades of gray. Roll me a luck die to see what kind of whale oil you can find. 7. You find a half a barrel of whale oil. Do you wish to continue to look? You're just poking around on the docks, not particularly near your ship, right?
Yeah, probably disguised as a.
Yes,
you
Ben,
know,
there
a
are only 3
longshoreman or
players in
something.
this game.
You know, he definitely wouldn't want to stand out. You know, especially if Lieutenant Jeffers knows who he is.
Yeah, Lieutenant Jeffers would know you and Stitch. Yes.
So the things that I'm looking for are 1 or 2 street urchins and some whale oil. And what I'm thinking, guys, is we slick up the dock. We get Napes ready to go. Napes can get over there and unrope the shoot. I've been out of Florida too long. I forgot my nautical terms. Get the ship ready for launch. Remove the fasting ropes and from the cleats and things like that. We slick up the dock. We have the urchins run out and say, "I found, Officer Cray and the mutineers and blah blah blah." And we get these guys to try to run out there and find us, and they slide around and on the whale oil, and we kind of try to get across what's left of the frozen ice and up the side of the ship from this direction. Yes. What do you think? Doable?
It sounds doable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, I am slacking here because I do not have Bloodknock's camera correct on this.
And I'll
trying to
point
fix
out that this is when I play with anybody who's watched, some of my streams or
Hey,
stuff. I
Drake,
try to
good
do
morning.
voices and things. Usually only when I don't have, um, especially British players on my table, because they all think that we Americans British accents are absolutely awful. So I'll try not to slip into that bullshit from time
Tour
to time.
Legends, thank you
Depends
for the
on who you
follow.
are.
You know what? What they used to teach. Well, I guess what they probably still teach the guys at the Arizona Ren Fair with accents is don't worry about accent. Language is more important than accent.
Right.
So use the language, use the vernacular at the time.
Speak forsoothly.
Well,
Yes.
I
yes.
encourage bad accents in my game.
See?
Oh,
That's
don't
straight
let
up. If you have a bad Sean Connery or the straight up, if you want to do the bad pirate brug, well, you can do that. I don't care. The cheesier the better. Bring it on.
Thank goodness
Yeah.
Anyways,
my character isn't French because I have a
Yeah.
cheesy French accent.
Well, cheese kind of goes with French because there's wine and
And
I
lots
don't
of
know.
running away.
I thought that was British.
No, the
Run
British don't
away.
run. No.
Well, if it was Brave, Brave Sir Robin, yes, but
Yeah, but
brave,
yeah.
brave, said Robin.
I got to see
He-
Neil Innes when he came through town a few years back.
He bravely ran away.
Oh, I know I'm going to be cringing a lot.
I know, it leads off to the side. All right. All right, now. All right, what am I doing wrong that it won't let me add characters to this combat tracker?
You've got us all in the players, the party sheet, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you drag them from the party sheet to the
Oh,
combat tracker.
that's new.
there it is.
Still not doing it. What's up with that?
What is up with that?
Yeah, it's for whatever reason, it will not let me add the players.
Wow.
Let's see. Add to tracker. Add PCs. That did it.
What'd you do?
Under the menu on Combat Tracker, there's an Add PCs button.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
Wow.
Well, that would do it.
That's nice to know. It's a whole lot easier than dragging from the party sheet.
Yes, it is. And it's the only way it's done now because I couldn't drag it from the party sheet. It was not letting me do
Wow.
Yeah. That's cool you found it that quickly.
Drake. Okay, so let me add you guys to the map. The map.
Drake.
God.
I don't know why. The Ensign Bloodknock token, I went to so much trouble to color so it would stand out on the map, all of a sudden doesn't anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
Anyways, there's you. Now, your soldiers primarily sail the ship. They will help you when necessary.
No,
They
I'd
will
like to
fight
keep them
if
healthy
forced to,
and out of
but they are not soldiers.
They'll fight to defend the ship, but that's about
They
as
will
far
fight
as
to
they'll
defend themselves and defend the ship, but they won't go on the offensive. That's not who they are.
Right.
All right. So, part one of your plan. You've got some urchins. I will take a persuasion check from somebody to see if you can convince the urchins that they want to help you because, well, it's cold out here, and you know what? The place is already kind of icy and slick. So whale oil would just make it super slick.
I say, be
I
funny,
can't,
and Captain will probably buy you breakfast.
see, I got a D8 in persuasion. Tower or
Nope.
any
I
other?
will only call if I call for something in the tower. Otherwise, all rolls, including mine, are out for everybody to see.
Okay. Oh, awful. I don't have any bennies yet.
You don't? Yeah, you do. I show you having 3. Oh, what the hell? I see it on the
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I don't have any. It doesn't say any for me either.
Well,
me
see,
close
it's
the
showing
character
me
sheet.
that you guys have it on the party sheet. It's showing your bennies. This is weird.
Is it?
There we
Okay.
go. Did that add them? I just
Nope.
reset bennies.
Mm-mm.
We've got a break. We've got a broken fantasy ground.
See flesh wounds. I see 2 cards, but I don't see. I see 0. I see 0 amount to be played this turn.
I'm trying to find out how to add. Let's see. Reset bennies. Reset bennies. Reset bennies. And you guys, it's still not showing any on your character sheet.
Nope.
See, even on the combat tracker,
There are options.
it's
Let's
showing.
see.
It's showing. It's showing your bennies on the combat tracker.
Oh, and
Why
Show
it's
bennies
not.
is on.
Why it's
That's
not
basic
showing on your character sheet is confusing.
And it's also showing them in our portrait. Look at that.
Yeah, it just.
oh
So-
yeah.
So I don't know. I think there's something broken with the character sheet, but we know you have bennies. Do you wish to spend one?
I do on that roll. So if you'll spend it for me, since I
I'm
don't
not
seem
sure
to
I
see
can
it.
do that. Let me see if I can do it from the combat tracker.
Should be able to.
Oh, it
Yes.
says you did.
Yes,
Okay,
I
there.
used a penny to roll persuasion again. And good, I don't have to
You
change
are a
the
lot
character.
more persuasive. All right.
Probably with a couple of coppers, maybe.
Yep. You press a couple of coins into there,
Oh, I don't have any money.
and and so yeah, they go off, and you wanted them to kind of splash whale oil around on the dock over there.
Yeah, just like they're carrying this thing, and then they accidentally drop it right here.
Hmm.
And the more they can slide around in it and spread it around, the better. And here's enough for a meal for
Yeah,
3
my
days.
fantasy
How much money
grounds
do we
is
have?
bugging. Now I can't move windows.
Jeez. I also can't see cards. I mean, I see that we
Yeah,
have them, but when I click on show cards, it's just a big blank
Yeah.
rectangle.
On the adventure cards tab, your adventure cards tab, the very last tab on the right at the bottom.
Oh. Oh, hey! Look at that.
Hey,
Okay.
Hold on. I think I see part of my problem is my computer keyboard is doing some funky things. It looks like my control key is malfunctioning.
Did you spill something on it?
No, but remember when the power
Not
outage
that I'm
came,
aware
you-
of, but unfortunately my control key is also my push to talk, and
That would be problematic.
yeah, because it's not allowing me to move anything.
Can you change your push to talk to tilde? The one next to the one
The
key?
problem is that the control key flickering on and off, because that's what it's doing, is affecting the table and not allowing me to interact with anything.
No. Do you have another keyboard?
Yeah, but not convenient.
Uh-oh,
Oh.
Martian cat. You know what that means?
Cat's like,
Keep your hands
Well,
off
the
my
other keyboard is a fancy Iron Man keyboard, and it's about 8 inches wider than this one, and so it won't fit on my on my keyboard tray. Let me see what I can do.
Well, that's what
Sure.
your lap is for.
First streams are always great, aren't they? So
It's
what do
just
you guys think? Will this work?
it's either that. Well, yeah, I think it's as good as any other. If we can just get all of these guys off the boat.
Well, I mean, you know
Well,
that
plan on-
whale oil's going to make it difficult for us to get to the boat
Well,
as well.
not really, because I figure if we get on that sec. All right, so let's have the kids drop the here. Let's plan this out a little better.
I mean, the kids, they're little street rats, so they're going to be able to get away from these troopers without any issues whatsoever. I mean, they could even run up, throw rocks at them, and then run off. They'll never catch them.
Yeah, but I think if they hear our names, whether or not they send only these 4, that are on the
Right.
pier.
That leaves us only 5 to deal with, and
Yeah, we really don't want to deal with those 5 either. We want to get them off the boat
That's the thing.
without having to hurt them.
Oh, I mean, I think we could hurt them. We just don't necessarily have to kill them.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think you can punch them in the head because they're jerks. Because, well, we just
because
because we can.
Right.
And just not kill the fuckers, Oh, that doesn't work the same as Battlegrounds with D&D. I closed the map. How do I get the map open again?
double click on the
Okay.
the
now
right
we're back in
portrait
business.
that's up in the upper right corner.
Yeah, that's not working.
Really?
Double-click your portrait.
Yeah.
You're not the left one, the little tiny one on the right.
Oh, there's 2. There's on my character sheet.
Yeah, on your
Yes,
character
the one
sheet,
on
hon.
the
Yeah.
right, the token.
Yep.
Yeah, when I double click on the
That may not work in Fantasy and Savage Worlds anymore.
Oh.
it wasn't.
Double
Now-
click.
It's
Double
okay.
click
It's open.
Venerex says do it on the combat tracker for Savage Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Here,
Cool,
this
Venom.
is a
I didn't
trip.
know.
Is that I clicked on Blood Knox Benny box and it spent a Benny, even though there are not showing any Bennies there.
Yep. Could be.
So they're just not showing up on the character sheet. They're there.
And you're not running a bunch of extensions either.
No, I
noticed.
don't run really. The only extension I'm running, and it's not an extension anymore, is the adventure deck.
Sirenscape. But
No, I don't run. I don't think.
really?
No, my Sirenscape is running directly off my desktop into my audio.
Oh, okay. So we're not using chat triggers and stuff from Metacure.
No.
All right.
I don't have any of that. Right now, my computer struggles to do what I'm doing. Adding any more
Gotcha.
to it until I get a new computer is just, I'm not going to.
Got you.
I'm pretty sure it's not an extension, Vin. I'm pretty sure the adventure deck is well, it's an add-on. You have to buy the adventure deck, but it used to be an extension you had to go in and enable on the old one. Narek Mitch, good morning and welcome to the Ship of Fools. All right, now let's get back to what we were doing. Apologize for my technical difficulties. It's been kind of a lumpy morning for me.
Yeah.
Things are looking up. All right, so you persuaded. What I was going to ask you to do, there you go. You want that's the small blast template is where you want to kind of tip over some oil.
Small blast template.
Somebody put a,
I did.
is
Yeah,
that, is that,
I thought I did. I thought I removed it because I don't see it on my map.
Oh, I
anymore.
don't see it either.
Yeah, let me put it back there.
No, I removed it. I removed all pointers.
Okay.
There we go.
I figure we want to. Mob? Where do you think we should put this bucket of oil?
Aha.
And I'm
Right
going
at
to
the
say
end.
because it'll spread out on the ice that it'll make a medium blast template.
Okay.
Jingo, can you throw me back a Benny? Because I just
Okay.
double checked and I double clicked
Yes.
the empty box and it's
All good.
one.
Yep. Like I said, for
Okay.
whatever reason,
It just doesn't
they're
show up.
there. It's just not showing them.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
We'll
Thank
work
you.
that out later. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking there.
You were
This is
thinking there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in between. See, I see
All right.
two
So
circles.
right now,
almost
you
in
guys
there.
are what, down the dock a ways, kind of peering over the barrels at things.
Yeah.
You will know this, that because the ship has been here in dry dock and it's been his assignment, that Lieutenant Butthole has pretty much just moved in and has been living on your boat with his
Oh.
Marines. And so,
Lieutenant Butthole.
yeah, Lieutenant Jeffers. So right now, he's probably in the captain's cabin farting
Where
on
it's
your
warm.
bunk. Yes.
If he's not entertaining a handsome cabin boy.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what a handsome cabin boy is? A
No.
handsome cabin boy would be a young girl that they would bring in as a young boy, and the young girl would basically be the captains or whoever guy of
Plaything.
rulings.
Really?
Basically, yeah. They didn't really do
That's
much on the ship except for
awful.
entertain the officers. Yeah.
That's absolutely awful.
Yeah, there are songs
Yeah.
about it.
Then,
Yep.
Oh.
So anyhow,
but anyways, you can
It was
see
a-
the Marines are out there. The two guys out on the dock, they're standing out there. They have like a little like barrel or bowl or something between them with a little fire going. The guys standing out on the dock, likewise, they have a little barrel between them going. The guys on the ship, I don't know what kind of fire they might have on the ship, but yeah, the lieutenant is in the cabin, probably bundled up in his blankets, making coffee or something. Tea or this is Britain. Tea. It would never be coffee.
would be
Yeah.
tea, so
And usually they'll rotate out every once in a while. The guys up on the deck are moving around to keep warm, but they don't have a little warmth fire going like the guys standing around are. And right between the two guys down there on the dock is the gangplank up onto the ship, which currently is extended. There is currently a gangplank down.
Okay.
Does this ice out here look frozen enough to walk across? Could we get from the end of this broken pier to here across the ice? Or is it too risky?
I won't say it is too risky, but it is risky. It won't be without a challenge.
what about
Because the ice
from
looks thin, and there's you can see that.
we
The
want it
flow
to
of
be
the
thin
river,
because
the ice
otherwise
is-
how are you going to get the ship out?
Yeah, the ice is thin.
Yeah.
You can already see. If you look out into the Thames, the center of the Thames is clear, and there are chunks of ice down, and you can see up and down the dock. Other people are out there, breaking their boats loose, as it were, and
So Alistair would look at the wily Napes
Hmm.
and say, considering your talents, how would
Of
you
course.
approach? What kind of
Well-
ideas do you have about securing the ship, getting the hell
Well-
out of here?
Personally, I'd, have the kids throw some rocks at them and have a couple, stay behind, or let them run
Yeah, I dropped a few
and let them
frames.
try to catch them. I mean, they can
It
throw
should catch
rocks.
up. Then I dropped a few frames,
see.
but it looks like it's abated.
Oh, is it that one? Can you not? Oh, you can't make a. You can't ping anymore. That sucks. All right. Anyway, I gotta reacquaint myself with Fantasy Grounds. The ones on the ship, so that if they get hit by a rock, they're gonna be like,
More
how
more
dare you?
inclined to more
You know,
inclined to go off the ship.
right. In which case, I mean, those rapscallions, they're gonna be gone. They'll never
So
find them.
we send the
And
kids out
then,
here to plink rocks off the broken pier.
and let them like get away and get chased.
Right.
Then put the whale oil down so they can't come back easily.
Ah,
And then hopefully we can take care of the ones that are there.
Hmm.
There's also, there's a handy dandy rowboat over here right in front of us.
Yeah, but they're going to see. I was thinking that we take the rowboat and we come alongside the side of the sloop and climb up. But
like an
If
ice-breaking
you guys
crew?
are crossing the ice is not a solid sheet now. It's broken up into kind of like plates, and so if you walk across the ice, it's going to shift and tilt, and that's why it's going to be dangerous.
yeah, that's
But
why.
you can cross it, but there will be skill checks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And you guys, are probably not going to make it. I might. But then
You
again,
being small have a definite advantage. You put a lot less pressure on the ice. It
right,
would be
but
much
still,
less likely to tilt with you on it than it would with an adult human being on it.
right, and
Yeah, I know
being
you're an
from,
adult, but you're not adult sized.
right, yeah, she's fun sized. Anyway,
Huh.
I have a friend who's like 4'8", maybe. And yeah, so we just call her fun sized, which she giggles at. So anyway, yeah, being from Iceland, I would definitely tell you you fall in that water, you'll be dead shortly.
So how
That
about an
ice will freeze
ice-breaking
you up.
crew? If we were to pose as an ice-breaking crew, get in the jelly boat, kind of start breaking the ice up around here, get over next to this ship a little bit, where you might be able to get up the side of it.
Yep, there are ice breaking crews rolling up and down the river,
There we go. That's a good idea.
helping people get their boats out.
That is actually a great idea.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then we can also have the urchins cause a distraction
Yep.
to get more of these
As
guys
soon as-
away from where we want to be.
Yeah,
We'll go
as
up
soon
the
as we
side of the
get
ship.
like close to, the ship, we
All
can
right.
give them some kind of signal, kind of a.
So you guys want to sneak across the ice to get close to the ship. What I need from each, you guys are gonna take one of the dinghies and behave as an ice crew. I need a boating check from one of you. It doesn't matter who.
Who has boating?
I do.
You didn't
too.
take boating?
I have boating.
D8.
No, I only have a D6.
D6
Oh,
is
well, I
a
mean-
decent roll.
Yeah. Because
Eight
normal is
a really
unskilled.
good roll. When you get beyond 8 in skill checks, you're talking, phenomenal. 8 is a really good roll. 6 is a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
I think Alistair would be more of he's looking at keeping his eyes on things. Stitch is probably the one handling the boat and whatnot, and Alistair's he's got like a pole and he's
Yeah, I'm
breaking
still
ice,
dropping
but he's
frames.
looking
I don't know what's
around
up with that.
Okay, because you probably have better diplomacy skills than I do, because I don't have any diplomacy skills. I have intimidation skills.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
so I'd say
Well,
Stitch
I
is
mean,
probably handling the
I
boat.
that could
still
work
only
too.
dropped 1,500 frames, so it's not
But
like I'm
probably not
bleeding
against the
frames
British Royal
massively.
Navy.
Well, not
Because
a great deal of them anyway. All right, so you need a boating roll, Rob?
Yes.
Hey, there you
All
go.
right, so you guys can maneuver your way out. You're kind of breaking away the ice, trying to look inconspicuous. I will
Yeah.
take you know what? Let's take a stealth check from all three of you. Not generally to be hiding, but to just be inconspicuous.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to hit.
It doesn't matter. You
I
guys,
was.
we're still all successful.
Did I? Nope, I didn't roll it yet. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then our interwebs. I'm dropping occasional frames, not
Of course, the sneaky
consistently.
one makes the crappy
It's
roll.
probably
So
our
what do you want?
internet connection. 'Cause
We also need to instruct our sailors to get out to the end of this pier. There's no ships tied up out here, are there?
not currently.
Okay.
The boats on the map are the boats you see.
So if we can bring the stern around to this point as we're coming back, and our sailors can board from here. Yeah, so right now they're sailors on break. They're smoking their pipes and whatnot.
Yeah. Bear in mind that this is the 18th century. It's not like that their names and faces are up on,
Wanted posters.
ye old facey book. No, the wanted posters, their names, if they got captured and were maybe identified by somebody that knew them, but no, they're anonymous sailors. Look like they're out on the end of the pier having a, whatever it is sailors have. An early morning biscuit
STDs.
and beer, STDs, pipe full of hemp,
That too.
whatever. But all right, yeah, the sailors can make their way out there. You guys, pretty stealthy, can work your way out. Let me see if let me get a token for the boat because I have tokens for boats.
Nice. I almost want to Benny that again, but I mean a 4 is a success, right?
4 is a success.
Usually.
And unless I'll let you know when it if a roll requires a raise, I will usually tell you, hey, this roll's gonna need a raise.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I tend to not, as a GM myself, I won't tell the players, I need you to roll this at a minus something, or I need you, because I don't really want them to know they're being penalized. I'll have a number in my mind. I'll say, okay, this is going to take a 6 to pass. Maybe not necessarily a raise, but it's got to be a little bit better. And I'll let them know that.
Anyways,
and just go ahead and roll it, and I'll apply it.
There's a token for the dinghy.
Nice.
We will assume that you three are actually on that dinghy.
Right. Keep from token stacking. We'll just. All right.
And you kind of move it over here. You're breaking the ice. You come around. You get to about here, and you signal the urchins. And you were going to have them do what? Throw rocks at the Marine to get him to chase?
Yeah, come out here on the end of this
pretty
pier and
much.
start chucking rocks at
the
guys.
ones on the boat.
Yeah, the other urchins are over here with the barrel of whale oil.
Okay. So the urchins get out there on the end, and they,
And they'd start I would imagine
up a
that
bucket
they'd
of
be
river rocks and old
little
fruit
shits.
and dead fish and shit, and start throwing it at the soldiers. Let's.
Yep. With lovely words and things to accompany those shots. You blimey bastards. Alright.
Royal Marines typically do not lose their composure, but these have been standing in the cold all night under the watchful eye of a lieutenant they don't like.
Ah.
And
Who's the local was in the heat, in the warm, right? While these fuckers are outside.
Captain Cray, roll me a d12. Let's see how accurate your little urchin turds are.
I'm sorry, wrong
Yeah,
die.
that die we will almost never use. Okay, they're not
Oh,
Aw.
very accurate. So the things thump around on the boats, and you hear the guys, all you kids, stop that! And they're not gonna shoot at kids, but these
And
guys
the kids are gonna
here
like
will tire of
flip
it,
them off.
and Marine number 13 and 24 are going to
Mhm.
go and duck into the fore cabin.
Ah.
hidden
Now,
behind the
are we
forecast.
are we close enough to the ship that I could
You're right about where that dinghy token is.
okay,
So you're right over there by it, and
because I would want us to get like maybe closer to the shoot
this is where you're
the
at now
rear.
because you were breaking ice, but you could probably work your way around the back. But right now, they all appear to be paying attention to the kids, and none of them are paying any attention to you. They haven't even looked your way because you're not the only boat out here breaking ice. These two guys will search around for something to throw back at the kids and not find anything. And so Royal Marine 90 will yell down at the ones on the dock, "Hey, go make those kids stop." And so one of the Royal Marines comes down here, and during this time you guys can have worked your way around to the back of the boat. You're pretty
Okay.
close. You see the three Marines down here. This guy gets down here. He talks to the other Marines. They point over at the other dock, and these Marines start in this direction. Um, the kids, I imagine the idea is to run off the dock and kind of run to the
Like
east.
and yeah, and just to have them run in like 6 different directions or what have you, and
Scatter. Well, they're urchins.
you know.
They're going to scatter, and they're not going to be caught. But
Yeah,
I figuring they should be taunting them up and through
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
oil.
saying.
oh, trust me, the kids are expert at taunting.
Yep.
These three are going to get to about there and realize that they can't catch the kids.
Now dump the oil.
Now the oil goes sploosh. I'm going to give them. I'm going to just make one general notice check for all of them. They did not notice the oil spilling among the sloshing and the sounds of the dock in the morning.
Nice.
So what do you want to do now? You guys can from back where you're at. I imagine one of the sailors is kind of watching and kind of giving you, hand signals, semaphore, whatever, kind of letting you know that the barrel's been dumped. So this is your chance to move.
Can we get up on the deck from here stealthily?
Yeah, I will take is if you're trying to do it stealthily, I need athletics checks from all of you.
I can do that.
Yep.
Oh hell, I aced both of my die. Still
Oh,
only
yeah.
came up with a 9. That's all right.
Man, you guys make it look easy. All right. And because
Holy
every single one of you made that with a raise, you did it quietly that you are up standing on the poop deck. You're standing on the cabin above Lieutenant Jeffers, looking back at these two Marines who are still looking over at the dock at what's going on. They do not see you guys up there. What do you want to do?
I'm going to motion these guys and have them follow me into the captain's cabin. We're going to take
All right,
Jeffers,
this will take a stealth check.
lead him out here, and then at knife point or whatever, and we will have him order the rest of the troops off the ship. Yes or no?
So you're going to try to get the drop
no.
on him.
Well, yeah, but my suggestion would be to. There's
Deal with
also
these
the
guys
one
first.
that's on the dock there, who can just remember there's a gangplank there, and he
Yeah.
can just run across. So, um,
I think
let me
we
see.
should
What do I
perhaps
have?
stealthily try and take out these two guys on the deck.
Oh,
Just
I've
take them
got a.
out, and
Okay.
I
then
have. I
kick
have a
the gangplank
sling.
off.
I have a
Can't
sling.
go.
Maybe I can hit the dude on the dock, knock him
Well, I'm
out.
All
thinking.
right. So right now, you guys can't be talking about this because they will hear
Right.
you. You guys
Yeah.
have to. At this point, you know what? We're at the verge of action. Let's go ahead and
Deal some cards.
deal some cards. Alistair, you're first.
Okay. First thing I have to do is turn off center on center map. Let's see.
Yeah,
obviously
that,
map off.
that will fuck you up.
Yeah, because I'm going, wow, what the hell happened? Okay, so Alistair would be now like here.
Yeah, let me
I figured we'd be over
you know,
here.
let me do this. One moment. Because we are primarily concerned only with the action on board the ship. So, what I will do is I will show you what I've been working on here. You'll love this. Folks, welcome to your boat, the sloop John A.
Must be loading.
Yeah, it takes a little while. 3 decks.
Well, the bottom only shows the poop deck up top.
Hmm.
So if that's where you
Well,
guys
deck and
let me
then
from the
below
combat
decks.
tracker.
That's where we're at. So can you put? Can we? Are we going to use
Yep,
this
I
map?
am. Oh yes, we're going to use this
Oh,
map.
there we are.
And let me put Lieutenant in there because he's there, and we still have 2 Marines. Actually, there are 4 Marines on the deck.
Yeah, but 2 are hidden. They're in the forecastle.
Yeah, 2 of them are in the captain's cabin.
You're going to see them disappear from that other map because we're moving over to this map.
Got it.
We won't be concerned with what's going on the shore directly. It will be narrative. Let me let's see. I got all you. Let's see, the other Marine on there was never occurred to me I could just drag it from one map right over to the other.
The captain's cabin isn't in the bow?
It is, but
No,
it's underneath where you guys are.
It's in the stern.
Yeah.
Under
Yeah.
the stern castle.
Yeah,
Which there
yeah.
wouldn't
that's
really be a stern castle on this ship. But
this is a very small ship.
Mhm.
It's not much of a, actually it doesn't even have
doesn't have a forecastle.
it doesn't have a forecastle, so those 2 Marines would have probably hopped down through the cargo hatch
Right.
to avoid getting rocks. Let's see, that would be 24 and 13, so you know that they are in the hold right now because there
And
is
then
only one deck below the deck.
We've got a guy on the dock. He's right about here.
Yeah. He right now is completely focused, and in fact, seeing what's going on down there, he's kind of wandered far enough down the dock so that he can see them. He's moved so that he can see around the
Around the ship. Okay, good.
Yes.
Alistair Cray moves quietly down behind this sailor.
Unsuspecting sailor.
Did I give you a stealth roll yet?
Not for this.
Not for this particular move, no.
Alistair, why do you have a -2 for encumbered? How much crap are you carrying?
should not. I thought I had encumbrance turned off because I'm not really I'm not really worried about it. But let me turn encumbrance off if it's still on. Probably because
well.
he has everything he owns on his character sheet, even if he's
That's
not
right.
actually carrying it around.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I'll move to here and go on hold until somebody, probably Stitch or whoever, it may be
There, I
history
turned
that gets.
encumbrance off. It should no longer be a penalty.
We want to try to take both these guys out at the same time because it might make a noise. So I'm going to move forward and go on hold.
Can you place
And
yourself on hold? I need to do that, don't I?
I don't think I can do that anymore. Let's see.
I can put you on hold. All right. The
Wow.
next act is Lieutenant Jeffers in his cabin below. And right about now, you guys standing up there. Oh yes, let me fix that. Is that better, Vin? I see. One more adjustment here. There we go. Apologize for the map issues. Let's see. Lieutenant Jeffers is down in his cabin. You can hear him bustling about, and you hear a tea kettle start to whistle.
Nice. So
that's what Lieutenant Jeffers is doing. He is making tea.
He's making us a nice cup of tea.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
come
know
on.
he's making it for you yet, but he's making it.
He will find out soon enough.
Ensign Stitch.
Can I sneak up behind the other geezer
Hold on.
and we'll do a coordinated
I'm gonna
attack?
unlock tokens because at this point the thing is small enough. All right, you're gonna sneak up behind him.
Coordinated attack to quietly shut them up, take them down
All right,
without killing
I
them.
will need basic stealth rolls from you guys. These guys are intent on watching down the
Yeah.
Not so good.
Oh, where's my? Here it is.
Did you want to Benny that or just roll with the result?
How do I Benny it? And yeah,
I wonder if
Yeah.
you can still drag a Benny from our empty box onto.
You can click that empty
Yeah.
box and it'll spend a Benny.
Yep. Or double click it.
Yeah.
Just,
Nice,
yeah.
Napes.
Thank you.
So Stitch, you gonna?
I'm trying to.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the empty box that's on your
Next
character
to your
sheet.
token. Yeah. Click
Next
and
to your
double
token.
click in that. That's where tokens should appear. For whatever reason, they're not.
All right, I'm confused. The empty box on my token.
On your character sheet, right next to your token is an empty white box.
Yes.
Double click that box.
There you go.
Ta-da!
There
Okay.
you go. All right, and
Yay!
all right, now you get to roll again.
Hey, I still feel stupid.
Nope, you've never played Savage Worlds before. You get
True.
a pass.
And I'm rolling the stealth. Come on, better.
Your wing better with a raise. There you
Nice.
go.
Oh, man, you guys make it look smooth. All right, because you guys were stealthy, I'm gonna roll up behind and bonkety bonk. They go down.
I have a belaying pin.
Bonkety
I was
bonk.
looking
Yep.
to see if I
If
included
this was
one
an
of those.
action movie and you sneak up behind the guys, they're done.
What?
So these guys go down. Now what I need is an athletics check from you guys to catch the bodies before they hit the deck with a thump.
There you go.
Not a problem. You guys roll up behind these guys. Yes, it has been freezing cold. Then look up the Great Frost of 1709 on Wikipedia.
Yep.
That's what they're coming out of.
Yep. While they're
I'm
doing that, as
still
soon as I
dropping
see that
frames.
they've, bonked the two of them, I'm gonna
Not a lot.
kind of run up here to the bow of the
Okay.
boat and do a slingshot at number 68 on the not slingshot, but a sling shot aimed at.
Hey, Astrid, how about you untie us?
Right now, they are completely unaware. The guys on the dock, none of them are aware of anything going on. They're all paying attention to the kids still.
So how about you
Okay.
untie us, and then
All right.
we only have 3 dudes to deal with.
That's true. Well, 2 and a grumpy old.
Well, the captain of the, if this is a military man, his position was bought upon this ship.
Yep.
So he's about as worthless as tits on a boar hog.
Yeah. Yeah, he just happened to come from,
Money.
nobility. Money.
Yeah, it came
nobility.
from money. Yeah, rich folk.
Yeah, have a position.
Right. All right. So then I will tiptoe my way across the gangplank, and I will get.
Cast off the lines?
Yeah.
All right, all I need from
I'll
you
do
is
the ones up front first.
All I need is a stealth check from you to cast off the lines, because they do have to be cast off from the dock. So you'll have to sneak down the gangplank, and it will take you 2 rounds of action to get both of the moorings loose.
I'd like to Benny that.
Oh no!
Can I Benny it?
can't.
No,
Oh,
you
it's a woman. I
cannot
can't
Benny a
Benny.
critical failure.
Arrgh!
Holy smokes!
Things
All
are
right.
about to
I
get.
told you. See, the Will Wheaton School of Dice Rolling.
All right, so this is what happens. Whoa.
I knew it was going to rear its ugly head
She
at some
slips
point.
as she gets to the end of the gangplank on ice, I'm sure.
Oh,
That's
God.
basically it. At the top of the gangplank, your foot hits a patch of ice, you slip, and you slide all the way down the gangplank to the bottom and end prone, and that's where your turn is going to end. You also made noise doing it, and so everybody turns around to look at you, or at least the guy on the dock does.
Okay. And I'll be like, yep. I'm going to play it up a little bit.
This is why they don't let you Benny critical failures.
Yep. Oh, bugger. Okay.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
will place you back on
Yep.
the other
There you
map
go.
because you are prone.
Yep.
Actually, no, I'm not even going to call you prone. You just slid down there on your butt. I'll give you an athletics check to regain your feet once you reach the bottom. But you did
see how that
fall
goes.
and thump, and you made noise.
And made noise. Yep.
The Royal Marine 68 heard you, and you guys, well, you guys are simultaneously busy knocking out the Marines on the deck. So, but you saw her fall.
Oh, that's so much better.
You saw her fall, and she immediately bounced back up and slid to the bottom of the deck. So you are not prone, but that ends your turn. Let's see. Actually, we weren't doing an order. Let me cycle through all this. So I know when the 60 sailors are going. Let's see. Sailors are not yet involved. The Marines. Marine 37 is out there on the dock. Marine 91 is out there on the dock. Marine 27 is out there on the dock. Marine 68 turns to look at you. Sees you laying there on the deck and
Yep. Standing.
and he's like, "Oh, now, what's all this then? Who are you?"
I say, well, Captain sent me to go get him some stuff. I'd like to
And he
roll
will
my
draw.
roll my bullshit right now.
It's not your turn, so you don't get to do
I
that.
know. So, but
he
on
will
my next one.
he will draw his sword and say, "I don't know who you are, Missy, but this is a restricted area. You're under arrest. Stay right there." And all he does is he pulls out his sword and looks at you. He's not going to actually chop a little girl with his sword.
Yeah, and I'll say,
Not until after you stab him in his thigh or whatever it is.
well, yeah, exactly. Or one of her favorite moves, because she's little, she can like punch nuts really well. So that's one of her signature moves.
This is the nut punch.
Mhm.
Royal Marine 24 below decks gets a notice check.
I call this the squirrel. It cracks nuts.
Mm-hmm.
He does not notice, and he is still. He assumed that the noise he just heard was rocks hitting the deck. Royal Marine number 90 also did not notice. Royal Marine number 13, where was he? Oh, he was one of the ones that you guys bonked, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gone. And then Royal Marine number 63. He's gone. And a new round, and Lieutenant Jeffers will set down his tea kettle because he heard a noise. Actually, you guys are down on the deck now. I'm going to move you to the middle here because that's the actual deck. And Lieutenant Jeffers comes wandering out, and he sees his two Marines slumped down on the deck, and he sees the two of you, and you hear him cock back his flintlock pistol and squeeze off a musket ball, which zips right by Alistair's ear.
Damn.
Oh. Ah. I see that, and I'm like, so it begins.
I told you we'd be back. You bastard.
And that
Sorry,
pistol
Paul.
crack was loud on the docks in the morning.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Ensign Bloodknock. Stitch, what are you doing?
I am going to charge Jeffers and see if I can knock him down.
All right. Give me a second here. There are rules for that.
Ooh.
I'm sure there are.
Be right back. I gotta grab a
All
sweatshirt.
good. All good.
Freezing. It's chilly here.
You live in the Great White North. I imagine it is very freezing there. Let's see. Let's see. Combat. Trying to find actions in combat. There should be a list of here. Let's just leave that for everybody. You'll find, let's see, you are trying to knock him down.
Yeah, I figured I'd charge him.
That, I believe, it is a push. Pushing a foe is an opposed roll of strength. If the attacker successfully pushes a foe back with a raise, pushes it further, or you can opt to push him down instead. So you come at him, see if there are
Okay.
any penalties. If you can move at least 2 squares, which you can, you get a +2 to this roll. Make me a strength check.
What, just double click on my strength?
Yep. All right, let me see what happens if we tie.
Locked up.
So many windows open right now.
Window creep.
Oh, it is so real on Fantasy Grounds. So real.
On quite a few different ones. I was
I imagine
playing,
every other virtual table is no different.
Yeah, I was playing Savage Worlds last night, and Same thing. It's like, wait a minute, I can't find. Where am I? Where is my character sheet?
All right, let me get back to push.
I think I have these mostly
See what happens on a tie.
laid out the way I want to.
And see, I believe the defender has to beat the attacker in an opposed roll, and he doesn't. So you set him upon his bottom and successfully knock him down. Oh, don't I have a prone in here? Prone, can I get a prone? There we go. Prone, and let's make the music. Oh wow, my stream deck is dead.
I was gonna ask you earlier. I'm like, isn't there supposed to be music? And I figured something was wrong on my end, which is
Well,
relatively normal.
for whatever reason, my stream deck itself is blanked, so it probably got unplugged. So I can't switch my music right now. Not until I crawl under my desk to fix that, which
Isn't going to happen right now.
and it's not going to happen at this moment. All right. So blood knock. You knocked him on his butt. The sloop should not be on the combat tracker right now.
Yeah.
Not yet. Napes, it is your turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just untargeted all your stuff.
Oh, this is round 2. I was still on hold. Jingo didn't get a card.
Oh, crap.
That's all right.
Ruh-roh.
Let me take you off hold and deal you a card.
Okay. I wonder why they took away the ability for us to. I can still hit interrupt, but.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and let Astra
Let
take her
Napes go.
turn.
Yeah.
And then you can go ahead and take yours. You would have gone before Jeffers, but well,
That's fine.
it doesn't matter. He
Right.
missed his shot. So you have this one guy, and he's got his sword out, but he's not particularly close to you right now.
Right. And
All right.
so I'm just gonna kind of,
Then
you
thanks
know,
for stopping
with my
by.
hands up, just kind of, you know, slowly sway, you know, make sure I sway the hips and kind of walk that way, which might be a little unsettling because she doesn't look as old as she is. Was I supposed to be able to just move?
Hold on, I might have them locked on that.
Okay. Basically, I want to get up close enough to where the ropes are tied off towards the bow.
Yep, that would put you right about there.
My
And-
table just crashed.
Yours did? Okay.
Yeah. I'll as soon as
Yeah,
I'll be
well,
back in.
we will carry
yeah.
your pawn.
Yep.
All right, you're gonna get to there, and then what do you want to do?
I'll just and I'll say, "What? You gonna shoot little old me? Whatever for? I've done nothing to you."
And he looks.
Although,
he looks
and I
down
just
at
kind
the
of,
sword in his hand, and it looks back at you, and he's confused.
and I'll sit there and I'll kind of grin at him and I'll say, "I haven't done anything to you yet, unless you want me to," and just kind of grin and give him a wink.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Eh. Come on, dice. I'll take it.
He is certainly of a mind to be persuaded, so he straightens up and kind of takes off his hat and slicks back his hair for a second and puts his hat back on and we'll shoot
So
the
I'm gonna
sword and
move.
straighten his collar a little bit, and he's kind of grinning and staring off a little bit like he's gonna get himself some.
Yeah, he's gonna get himself some.
So Your persuasion roll is going to be your action this round, but you've got him to put his sword away.
Okay. Do I still have like movement?
Um,
All I want to do, I'll let you know. All I want to do is move it so that the post that the ropes are on is behind me.
yep, that's right about where you're at.
Okay.
You can easily do that.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Alistair, go ahead and take your delayed turn.
All right, Alistair will move this direction, and Bloodknock has knocked Lieutenant Jeffers to the ground.
On
correct?
his, yeah, he bounced him off
On
the
his
wall,
bum.
and he kind of hit the wall and slid down. He's like
Okay.
wondering what's going on.
Okay, so
As you can
Alistair
still hear the tea kettle going off inside the cabin because he set it back
Alistair
down on the
pulls
stove.
his. Oh well, we probably haven't had a good cup of hot tea in quite some time. So, hiding in the streets like this, Alistair pulls his flintlock and sticks it right up underneath his chin, and he says,
This is what I need you to do.
Okay.
Make me a roll to hit.
a roll to hit." Okay,
This is
and
called. I'm not sure how it works under this version of Savage Worlds, but on the old version of Savage Worlds, we called this getting the drop. Basically, you're going to
Oh,
make your attack roll, and if it's a
Okay.
success, you're going to hold your attack, and at any moment, if he doesn't cooperate, you could roll damage because you've already basically you got the gun pointed
Okay.
at his head and your fingers on the trigger. If he does anything, blam! But you got to make the roll to hit first.
Oh, we want to Benny that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you drop it on him because he's got penalties for being prone?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Grab
Okay.
that attack roll and drop it on his token. It might have hit him if he's prone. It might not have. Oh, you're gonna Benny it.
Let me see if it hit him first.
No,
That's
it
a
missed.
miss.
Okay.
Yeah, missed.
So prone is a penalty to ranged. I should have
Okay.
known.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So I Bennied it.
Go ahead and reroll.
Please, that's worse. So I've just got the pistol jammed up under his chin. It will not hit him if he decides to make a move, I guess.
He's kind of struggling. You're trying to get the pistol pointed at him, but even though he's on the ground, he's not giving up yet.
Mr. Jeffers, you stand down, you swab.
All right.
And tell your men to stand down, lest my men have to swab your brains off the deck. Blah 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 blah.
Let's see. The Marines out on the deck this round have decided that they can't catch the urchins and are turning around to start coming back.
Okay.
But
How
next
far
round,
did they actually run?
They haven't run yet. This round
Okay.
they've decided to not pursue and have turned around. Next round they will get in the oil.
Okay.
Royal Marine 68 has put his sword away.
Mhm.
Doesn't seem to notice much of all.
Oh, good.
Starts grinning at you
Mm-hmm.
and fumbling with the front of his trousers.
Right
Wow.
Docs.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
they ain't proud. There ain't nobody
Are you
around.
kidding?
But
Yeah,
that's what he's doing. He's like
Mm-hmm.
fumbling in with his trousers with a big stupid grin on his face.
Yep.
Royal Marine 24, who I believe is in the hold. He'll get a notice check. He's still unaware of what's going on.
Heads, cheese heads, roly poly cheese heads.
All right. None of the other Marines are in a position to act. New round.
Wow, we all like. Nobody drew bigger than a 9. Holy crap! Good. I'm glad I'm next.
We need
Yeah.
jokers at the
Crack,
rate we're
crack.
going through bennies.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Joker hasn't dealt yet.
Right. So, so what he can't see, I'd like to be getting a dagger out because she would have several.
Oh yeah.
And have it. She's got it in her hand behind her back, and
Is she working the
she'll
ropes
just.
loose with it, or is she waiting to shank him with it?
Oh no, she's waiting to take care of him first because she's going to be much quicker if she doesn't have to worry about him, especially if he's got pistol or whatever.
So you could
So
step up and stab him right now.
yeah, well, I'm just going to step up and I'll take
Or if you
one.
want, you can do the same thing and get the drop on him with the dagger. Put it up against his Jimmy, and
Well, yeah, that's where that's going. Yes, and I'll just be like,
all
now,
right, then make me an attack roll.
all right,
Um,
and
Actually, since you're getting sneaky, I'll allow a stealth roll instead
woohoo!
because
All
he
right,
is
now
distracted
don't
by
fail
his
me,
own Johnson.
dice. Yeah. Yes, he is.
All
Is
right.
that
So
is that an okie dokie, or should I have any?
you can
Yep.
slide the dagger out, and without him realizing it, until it's too late, you have it up against the inside of his thigh. You have his complete attention.
I'm sure I do. I say now, dearie, why don't you that just kind of let me unbuckle your weapon belt here, and have it kind of drop to the ground.
All right, that'll drop his sword and his knife. He's wearing a rifle across his back on a strap, but that's
Yep.
not easily unlimbered. And
No.
is certainly not usable when you're standing next to somebody.
Yep. And also, when one has a knife next to your, family jewels.
Yeah, all right.
And I tell him, I say, if you ever want to use this again, you won't move a hair.
All right,
And I say that with like just the sweetest smile ever.
All right, so you put the knife up there and then unbuckle his weapon belt and let it drop to
Yep.
the deck. He is disarmed for the
Yay.
most part.
Right.
Stitch. You see, Captain and Jeffers are still struggling. Jeffers is trying to get that gun on him. What would you like to do? I just realized you may not have any of your equipment on you. You should.
Could you do me a favor and push the map out to me again?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
I just pushed him to the ground, but Alistair is now struggling with him.
Alistair's tried to get the gun up to his head, but just not quite. The deck is still icy. He's struggling. He hasn't quite got the drop. In fact, I'm going to say, Alistair, because you didn't get the drop, you discharged a round.
Oh, I'm no longer loaded.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say, because you didn't get the drop, you didn't discharge your round. A fumble would have been a discharge. But,
Okay.
So you are still loaded.
Okay.
So, Stitch, what do you want to do to this guy?
Want to shut him up. So, I don't know. Can I get him in a headlock?
Just
arm around throat.
You want to grapple him?
Yeah.
Yes, that too is a thing in Savage Worlds.
yes, it is.
Jeez.
So let me real quick here. Grappling. Grappling is an opposed roll between the attacker and defender's athletics. If the attacker wins, the foe is entangled. With a raise, he's bound. So, make me an athletics check.
Hey, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Let me look at Lieutenant Jeffers. He is old school, does not have an acrobatics or an athletics, so his agility and his strength are the same. So I'll give him an agility check.
Ooh, with the raise.
With the raise. So you try to grapple him, and you are unsuccessful unless you would like to Benny it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You got lucky.
He is a wild card too, which means that he is more dangerous than the average mooks.
Yep.
He is on a level with you guys. And so, alright, so you use a Benny, you can re-roll. And you did not. Alright, so you are unable to grapple him as Lieutenant Jeffers continues to struggle.
Hey, then I guess I'm done.
Yep.
Should've just knocked it
Marines. Let me close some of these windows. Good lordy. Marine 37 turns around and runs right back to the whale oil slicked. And he needs a raise on his roll to not fall prone.
Not on a 1. Prone.
Marine number 91 also needs a raise on his. He tried, but he too.
He just slid a little further before he fell.
Royal Marine 27. Nope.
Oof.
So the oil worked as intended as all three of those guys go down in a heap, and they're probably going to spend several rounds slipping and sliding around. Effectively removing these three from combat for the next several rounds.
Nice.
Royal Marine 68 out here on the dock is not going to do a damn thing because there's cold steel next to his family jewels.
Hmm?
Did you walk him backwards with you as you moved over to the post? Oh no, you're up there. Okay.
I'm up there. Yeah.
Royal Marine 24.
Yeah, basically nobody knows that there's a knife there except for me and him, of course.
Still doesn't notice what's going on. His buddy also doesn't know what's going on, so you know there's still two Marines below the deck. Lieutenant Jeffers is prone. He can't reload his pistol. Let's see. It takes his move to stand up, I believe. It's been a long time. So he is going to struggle to his feet. Pull his rapier. And I'm going to give him a -2 because his rapier wasn't drawn as he takes a stab. At Alistair and misses. Sailors are not involved. Alistair, he's drawn steel on you.
This guy has Alistair just kind of. I mean, is he still down on the ground?
No, he got up.
No, he
He
stood
got
up.
up. All right. I want to just.
Now, if
That
you're
changes
shooting him
things.
from
I thought he
melee
was down.
range, you'll have to hit
No,
his
I don't want to
parry.
shoot him. I don't want to kill him. I mean,
Let's
I'm
just
still
throw
a-
him in the fucking Thames.
Yeah, I'm still a loyal Kingsman. I think what I want to do is just kick him in the gut, wind him, kick him hard in the gut, just straight down. I don't have. Well, I put it on my combat tracker, but is like a kick punch, a kick or a punch would be your fighting roll, which ended up going in there, right? It's a D8, but damage would be what?
Just
Your
your
strength.
strength. Straight up strength.
Okay, straight up strength. So let me go back to combat, and damage is
Yeah, you have to take martial arts in order to get a weapon damage die with your strength.
okay. And
Or wear
my
brass knuckles, which makes it
strength
your base
is-
damage.
Oh, my strength is pathetic. I forgot about that. Okay, so he kicks him in the gut.
Make you
I'm
roll
gonna
the
target him first.
Yeah. Kahoof! Right in the breadbasket.
And this is non-lethal. Not that it would matter because
No.
he's unharmed.
He's a Marine. He's tough.
Yeah.
You punch him in the gut and he kind of shrugs it off.
I thought he bought his position. Marine, my ass. Jeffers is it?
He's only a lieutenant. He's not a senior officer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I think that's about
He's a
it.
brown nose.
Mm-hmm.
That he is. He got to where he did smooching somebody else's booty.
Oh,
Probably smooching a lot of booties.
salad tosser.
Yep.
And there's the other example of the handsome cabin boy. Sorry, couldn't resist that.
All right. So you hit him. Let's see where we're at. Where are we at? Are we at the bottom? We are at the bottom. And there's a queen. Still no jokers. What the hell, man? That's is rarely, man. In your game, Marv, it rarely went 2 rounds without a joker coming down.
I know.
It's like, so, Lieutenant Jeffers, will again lash out at you with his rapier. This time, hitting.
Giggity.
Let's see. Trying to figure out how to do a soak here. Let me, that was a hit. Damage is... That should have been damage. Why the... Alright. It's flaking out on me. Let me get to combat. Rapier melee damage. Okay. He flicks at you and cuts a hole in your nice shirt.
Ah, you're right, bastard.
And your turn.
All right. Shit. Well, I don't think I want to get into my powers yet. They've not. Yeah, I just don't think I want to do that.
This
So
is not a good place to review
no.
it.
No, it's not. So what he's going to do is, you can't. I mean, a cutlass is a bad roll is lethal, right? I mean, there's no declaring non-lethal with a cutlass.
A cutlass has a basket hilt, so you could certainly crack somebody over the head with that. Yes, you can
Yeah.
always make a non-lethal attack with most weapons, and yeah, a
Okay.
cutlass has a basket hilt, so that's exactly what it's for: is
Mm-hmm.
breaking somebody's teeth without killing them.
Right. So
Yep.
so I pull the cutlass.
And
Move it.
I'll rule that it does the same damage.
Okay.
Actually, it should probably do more like brass knuckle damage, but for now we'll have it do the same damage because I
Okay.
think it's all the same.
I could
Very
grab
close.
brass knuckles real quick and put them on here and just call it cutlass.
Yes,
Damn,
just call it
cutlass.
basket hilt.
Okay, so let's go to item. Brass knuckles I don't see because do I have?
It'll be in the Suede book. It won't be
I
in the
don't-
Pirates book.
I don't have anything loaded, so let's just
Just
move
go
forward
with
and
the just go with
Yep.
the cutlass damage.
Okay. So
And we'll
try
consider
to hit
it
him first.
non-lethal.
Nice. Oh, that was
man,
almost
it
another
almost
8.
stays twice. You hit him with a
I
raise.
know!
Make sure to click your raise damage die.
Okay.
Where is the raise damage?
It's right next to the
Aye.
modifier box. It's a little D6 that when you click it, it lights up. Bam! You stagger him. He's shaken.
Good deal.
Ah,
Now
I'm
I'll go
sorry.
find-
okay.
I skipped
Oh.
past Napes.
Way to go. Rude.
I passed my turn
Anyway.
at the same time. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. So, I'll say, what's your name there, sailor?
He'll say, "My name is Jones."
Wow. Jones. I'm called
And he
Napes.
looks a little pissed that you called him a sailor because he's a Marine.
Yeah, well,
And it matters to them. It matters a lot to them.
Right, yep, but to her, she's like, yeah, I don't know you from Adam, so whatever. I say, well, that is a mighty fancy, pretty uniform you're wearing, and I'd really hate to, stain it up with any kind of, body fluid of any kind, so here's the deal. You're going to, very, very slowly and carefully, with, 2 fingers, possibly a thumb, remove the rifle from yourself and kind of just drop it on the...
Okay. So you're just
On
going to
the-
maintain that knife at his
Yep,
at his
and if
sack.
he starts to resist a little bit, I'll just kind of,
You've already
just-
made
I'll-
the attack roll, so it basically at this point it's at
Yep.
your leisure you can apply the damage. And
yeah,
there's nothing you can
I
do
don't
to
really
stop
want
it.
to damage him, because chances are he might actually be kind of on the cuter side or whatever, but just, she's like, yeah,
Now
I'm just...
you still
I know how
look
to-
like a young adult, right? You don't look like a kid.
No, as he gets closer, he would, see that I don't look like a youngster. But
Because
from
if he was a
distance,
creeper, that would be a good reason to just kill him. But
yeah,
but
no,
he's not.
Um,
He's just a scud who's looking to
Yeah.
get his willy wet.
well, I mean, she's of age, but she's, still,
Amplica,
young, but
welcome
she's
aboard the
of
ship
age
of
for the time
fools.
period. Psh, yeah, she'd be married and having 2 kids on her hip by now.
All right, so that's what you're gonna do. We'll wait till his turn to see if he complies or if you make him
Yep.
bleed. Stitch, he's shaken, which means, because you're new to Savage Worlds, he can move, but he cannot act on his turn without recovering from being shaken. And if he receives another shaken status, it is considered to be a wound if it comes from a physical. Like if you hit him and you achieve shaken, that'll be a wound. But he is already shaken if you want to press the attack on him.
I want to knock him unconscious. Is there a way of doing that? I mean,
What
'cause
kind of melee weapons do you have?
I don't. My head, my hands. This guy's good at fighting. Hold on. He's got a belaying pin.
All right,
There.
bonk
Boom.
him with the
Done.
belaying pin. And like I said, you're not trying to hit him hard enough to kill him, just hard enough to knock him out. And like I said, this is action movie physics, not reality, so it works the way we want it to. In reality, if you get hit on the head hard enough to be knocked out, you should probably see a doctor.
Yes.
And if you don't wake up right away, you should probably call an ambulance.
Probably.
All right. So you missed him, but you notice in there was a gang up bonus. When two people are facing one opponent, you get a +1 to hit. But you still miss because the wily
I would like
Lieutenant
to play a card.
at any time.
Payback. Against Jeffers because he's a bastard and I've not liked him since the day I
All
met him.
right. You know what? Because it was on that turn, that 5 will become a 7. That will make it a hit. Stitch, roll your damage.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, because you played it on your turn, so I'm going to let it apply.
Nice.
Drake says, "Can you hold his face in your armpit?" The pit maneuver. All right. He has
Well,
taken a
you know,
run.
there's that. You should be pretty ripe by now.
At this point, having taken a crack on the head, he'll go, "Ow! Oh! Ooh! Ow!" And he's like, "All right, all right, all right, all right," and he'll drop his weapon. He'll be like, "Men, stand down! Stand down!" Because he realizes that while he could possibly take one of you out with the rapier, between the two of you, he's going to end up dead, and he knows Stitch's reputation. If Stitch gets mad, he's going to take out a knife, and then it's going to get really bad.
Oh.
I'm gonna get all stabby.
He's going to get all stabby. So at this point, he will surrender. He will call his Marines, and here's the thing though: you're going to have to keep the drop on him. So when you sail out into the Thames, you're going to have to take him with you.
Okay, we can drop him off.
That doesn't mean you can't drop him in a lifeboat later, but
Yeah, we're putting him in the cabin. I take his hat off of him and his
all right.
his tassels off his shoulders, and look, Lieutenant Stitch, your new garments.
I'm not
Should the
captain,
queen?
you are.
You're also a sailor, not a Marine, but
Right.
but you do have a Royal Marine Lieutenant uniform now. If you want to take him and leave him in his, well, I don't even think
In
they
his
called it a
whites.
Union suit back then, just the
Yep.
whites.
Yeah, I think Union suit was,
Union suit was
New World kind of thing, wasn't it?
Civil War
Union suit
era.
was Civil War era.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And all right, we have made it this far with a few lumps. We're going to take a 10-minute break here so I can run the little ad break, and then we will come back and jump into the next part to see if you get out of
Sweet.
London alive in your boat.
Woohoo.
So those of you out there in Twitch land, hang on, we will be right back. players, are we ready to do some of this? All right. Now, this is going to be my first time doing a chase using the new Savage Worlds rule, so this is going to be fun. And hey, Baboonsky, welcome aboard. And thank you, Drake Takes, for the resub, and Twirl Legends for the follow. Thank you. All right, let's see. Kind of noises we can bring up here. All right, you guys have slipped the moorings. You have shoved the ship back. There are, well, you're pretty sure there are still two. Well, no. I think Lieutenant Jeffers would have made sure all of his men were at least off of the ship before you pushed away. But you do currently have him as a hostage, and the Marines watch as you, shove the ship off and get into the flow. And what I will have initially is Alistair. Let's have that first boating check, Captain.
Okay.
What
Alright,
did I
let's
miss?
see. Nothing.
It was-
Nothing. I'm just.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I was
literally
unavoidably detained.
All good, all good. Thank you,
Okay,
Troll
buddy.
Lord Games. You know I obsess over my
Hey.
stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Well,
Not
you know,
bad.
a raise is a raise is a raise.
You move it
no
out
matter
into
how
the
small.
harbor, and as soon as you get out of earshot, the Marines on the shore start, popping their rifles and hollering and sounding the alarm. And as you maneuvering past chunks of ice to get out into the flow, you can see out in the river in your way a number of British vessels already kind of starting to bear down on you. A small ship about your size and two slightly larger vessels. And this is not an actual representation of what's going on. This is just
Just
a
the
taste.
chase map.
This is the chase map. This is where you guys are. This is where they are. And as I said, this is my first time doing a chase, so we're all going to learn how to do it together.
All right. So basically, I would have gotten him to kind of, go off the. If it wasn't so cold, I would have made him jump in the water. But
You guys, in order to sail away, you had to take him with you. So right now, he's a
oh,
hostage.
oh,
He
okay.
is on the boat with you.
Oh, okay.
At some
Fair
point,
enough.
you can ditch him into a lifeboat or set him off somewhere. But right now, he is with you, and he is disarmed, and he's passive. At this point, he's passive. You must know that if he gets the opportunity to turn the battle against you, he still will. So at this point, I assume you're going to how are you going to secure him?
Oh, totally gonna tie him up, I suppose. Is there?
Use his own britches.
This is a ship. Don't tell me you're going to
It's-
actually ask if there's any rope.
No, I was gonna ask if there was a brig.
No, this is a sloop. This is a small personal vessel. It's not. Yours isn't a Navy vessel. It has some guns, but it's not a Navy vessel. It was Lord Trevor's private boat, which was accompanying the Warspite on the trip to the north.
Okay.
Fear not, mates.
Um,
Speed and maneuverability. Speed.
But
and
what I'm going to
Hit.
give you is an athletics check. You're roping him up. You're tying him up. An athletics check to see how good you tie him up. Because that'll be the athletics check that he has to beat with a raise to get out. So,
It'd be agility instead of athletics.
no.
Okay. I'm one die higher in agility.
Thank you for the
right.
biddies.
Here we go. Come on, dice. Yeah,
go.
baby. Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! Yeah. Ain't nobody getting out of that one.
There's this bundle of rope in the captain's cabin, and all that's sticking out of it is a nose. Other than that, he's got a whole 50-foot coil rope
No,
wrapped around his
not
butt, and he's
mean,
kind of laying
but
on the floor with his nose sticking out, going.
now,
He's dressed up like a
and I'll
turtle.
say
Well,
afterwards, I'd be like, now if you lay there and be a
he
good
has to
boy,
make a 17 athletics check with the penalties for being bound. So let's see if you can do this. I removed him from the combat tracker because for the chase he's not going to be there. But for now he is
Right.
bound. You've got him tied up. He is. I mean, there's always a chance. Every once in a while, I will give him a check to try to break those
Yeah.
bonds because he is still a Marine, and Marines don't just quit.
right. Well, and I make sure that I frisk him for anything, and
Sure you do.
of course, and I'm nice about it.
That's what they call
I
it
imagine
nowadays.
Lieutenant Jeffers looks a
Frisking.
lot like Jonathan Groff. Are you guys familiar with him?
No.
I know the
Uh-uh.
name.
All right, Jonathan Groff. His most recent role is he played the reboot version of Agent Smith in the new Matrix movie. He's the guy that replaced. You might
Yeah.
better know him as King George from Hamilton.
Yeah.
I haven't sat down and watched Hamilton yet.
You haven't watched Hamilton yet?
No,
You guys need to watch Hamilton.
I need to.
Really?
Well, it's. I gotta be in the
Unless
the
you
musical
absolutely
mood.
despise anything hip hop or
No.
R&B
For me,
sounding because
It's
it's
Disney.
no,
It's
it's really it's not Disney. Disney
but it's-
owns it, but it was a Broadway
I
play.
get it, but it's only playing it on Disney, and
If you have Disney Plus, you can see it. Otherwise,
I'm
you
not
can't.
going to subscribe to it, so I can't
I
watch
don't
it.
blame you. No.
So there you go.
But no, if you get the opportunity, unless you're the kind of person that doesn't like musicals, then it will do nothing for you.
Okay. So we've established that Hamilton is worth a watch.
Yeah, he's a tall, blonde, rather good-looking gentleman that looks a little bit crazy in the eyes. So Lieutenant Jeffers is a bit of a stud, if not a bit of an asshole as well.
Oh, he's a Chad, isn't he?
He's a Chad, big time.
Like
Chad,
in
is that-
Giorgio, Chad?
Chad, is that like a Karen or what?
He's
Yeah.
like the male equivalent of a Karen, I would imagine.
I'd like to speak to the manager.
Oh, he's the
No,
studly
he's-
guy that does well with women, and he's muscular, and he's got everything going on for him. And that's a Chad.
He's a bro dude.
Bro, dude.
In modern America, he would be a bro dude. Totally.
Yep.
Like the
Aha.
ugly and
Anyways, we've established his douchehood. Now, let's learn about Chase's.
Let's outrun these fuckers and get out of here.
Yes. So, yeah, I tell him as I, leave him there, and I say, if you're a good boy, we'll let you out later, and we might even let you go without walking the plank.
All right, set up to start a chase. All right, we're not laying out cards because we're using a map. Break the
Right.
participants into each group that will move and act independently. Everybody in the same boat is one group. You guys are a group, so I'm going to remove your individual personages from the combat tracker
Okay.
because for the purposes of this, really the boats matter.
Other than the ballista on the front, does this boat, really, a sloop isn't, I don't know, I'd call it a ship, probably has no cannons.
It has 4 cannons, 2 per side.
Not that we really
Wait.
want to use them. But
And
Right.
where the map shows a ballista, you have a bow chaser, which is a smaller cannon that can be fired in the forward arc. Otherwise, you can really only fire cannons at things to one side or the other, and you can only ever fire half of them.
right,
So-
and we've got basically we've got a anti-personnel gun in the front.
Yeah,
Probably got grape
Load it
shot.
with grape shot.
it's usually loaded with
Yep.
grape shot, but sometimes it's sometimes they mount a stern gun, but you're a smaller, faster ship, so you like to shoot at things that you're chasing down. But you could, if you wanted,
Right.
move the gun to the back and fire at things following you, but that would take a couple of rounds of action. Right now, it's fixed forward. All right, moving on. Let's see. The rearmost character or vehicle should be at the far left, or card number 1. Everybody else should be to the right, as fits circumstances. The range is the number of chase cards between the number, not instead of the number of cards, we'll do the number of squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go with 10 squares. Thank you for the biddies, Loki's girl. Thank you. Alright. These are suggested ranges. Let's see. Ranges of 25. Each of those squares is equal to 25 squares in normal combat. So figuring out the range on your turn, for those of you that aren't piloting the boat, there are things that you will be able to do. Let's see. We have established that.
So it's 150
Chase rounds.
feet. So each square is about 150 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Once all participants deal each independent character or group an action card at the start of each round as usual. Let's do that. Actually, let me see. How do I shuffle the deck from here, Marv? Do you know? Is it in the combat tracker menu?
Open up your GM tools. Your over in the up of the options, the little buttons top right.
Card
Yep.
deck.
Yeah, and you can right click on that card deck and choose to shuffle the.
Okay, yeah, good. Because that's
action
what I
deck
want
or-
to do. Because I want to start us with a fresh shuffle here.
Cool.
And we'll begin with round 1. And look, the sloop John A. drew a queen. Let's see what that
Nice.
means. Once, let's see, they act as their action card comes up. This is important so passengers can support their driver before he has to make a critical roll. Test a foe to make him vulnerable. All right. They move along the track using the change position maneuver, closing on foes, running from them, or attempting to reach some objective. I'm going to rule that if you can last 5 rounds without one of these ships getting close enough to board you or sinking you, then you will have escaped into the English Channel and on
And
towards
out.
greater things.
And freedom!
They may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom.
Chase actions.
Hang on, let me go
corny-
paint my
It's
face
such a
blue.
corny scene now that I look back at it, but what a great movie at the time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's one of those movies where like I watch it, like it affects me enough that it's like there's certain scenes I don't want to watch, you know,
Right.
and then
It's cringeworthy.
That was the first time, though, I ever saw two armies come together in a battle scene like that. That's what I remember about it. And anyway, I think I'm interrupting Jingo. He may be reading.
No, I'm studying up on the rules here. I knew that clubs somehow factored in. Nobody drew a
Clubs
club.
are bad.
Yeah,
Clubs
when
are
you
bad.
draw a club, something bad is going to happen during the chase. You guys might, another ship might appear in front of you. You might run into an ice floe. You never know. But, all right, you guys are first. Let's see what you can do.
Run.
Let's see. Move along the track, the length of each round. All right, there's nobody border art. Let's see. Ending the chase. I've defined that if you can, 5 rounds to get free, and you can. Let's see. Chase actions. Characters in chase can do most anything they normally do, such as test, support, use powers, or make attacks. The game master decides how close a character has to be to try a particular action. Basically, it's all of yours turns right now. You guys, Alistair, you are piloting the boat, so you have a special group of actions that you're going to be able to choose from. You can hold your action. Let's see. Make group rolls for extras who move and act together, which means if you guys want to be boating and helping the captain boat, that could be a factor. The maneuvers, and here, let me share this whole thing with you so you guys know what I'm looking at here. A number of
There we
special
go.
maneuvers. You can board another ship. You can change position, try to, make a maneuvering roll to get farther away. If you can also increase your gap by another 5 squares, I will consider that an escape too. Right now, you guys have 10 squares of distance between you. You can attempt to change position to try to get away. Let's see, a rider, runner, ship, or vehicle's top speed is faster than the fastest of his rivals. He can add 1 to his maneuvering rolls. Let's look at how fast these ships are. Let's see. That one has a top speed of 4. That one has a top speed of 3. And you have a top speed of 4. I don't know why the one mass, I guess it's a smaller ship, but it has a better maneuverability. So you do not have a speed bonus.
Less drag, probably. Less resistance.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just don't think there's enough sail surface to push it faster.
Right.
All right, you can evade. You can zigzag through terrain, maximize cover, concentrate on not getting hit. Any attacks against you suffer a -2, and character and any occupants on its vehicle also take the penalty to their attacks as the vehicle moves erratically. You can flee. A character or vehicle may escape the chase if there are at least 4 chase cards between him. I'm altering that to say that if you can get to 15, you can make a flee action.
Okay.
You can force, which means you can force another vehicle that is close to you into an unfavorable situation. You can hold steady, which does nothing but allow your shipmates to ignore the unstable platform penalty for trying to fire from a moving ship. Or you can ram. I would assume your attempt is to flee, or not flee, but try to change position to try to open the gap.
Yes. And potentially try to slow down our pursuers. So as this starts and Cray begins to holler commands and stuff, he would definitely say 2 things.
All right, this is before you. I'm going to ask you for a boating roll,
Okay.
but before you do, I'm going to ask you to make an average boating roll for the sailors if you still have that. They will all consider to actually, yeah, go ahead and make the roll, but I'm going to
Oh.
I only wanted to see if they had a failure. If not, I'm going to consider the sailors as an aggregate 1 success. For any of the rest of you that choose to help with his boating check, for every success and raise you get, you will give him a +1 on his boating check.
Oh, goody. I'm gonna be up in the crow's nest, my favorite spot.
However you want to be
and,
doing it, as long as you're helping with the boating.
I am.
Yeah, so being in the crow's nest is part of it. So go ahead and make that roll. A
Okay.
critical
Well, look-
failure will cause him a penalty on his roll.
Yeah, we want to keep
Yeah,
in the clear
just-
channel, so having eyes on the river ahead of us.
Oh yeah. And also, I'm keeping an eye on them because if they get too close,
Not a critical failure. You're just not adding
Yeah.
any bonuses unless you wish
And
to expend a
I would
Benny.
like to Benny that, please.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
That is a success.
That is much better.
For the maneuver itself, you get a +2, Captain, and an additional +2, +3, 1 for the crew, and 2 for your shipmates. So
plus
That's
3.
Well, that's +1 for the crew, +1 for each of your crew members, and then a +2 base for the maneuver, which comes with it comes with a +2.
Okay, so what's the... Now, the maneuver's just a boating roll, right?
Yes,
Okay. And my total bonus is plus 3?
+5.
Plus 5. I thought you added another 2 in.
Yeah, there is. There's
Oh, not plus 35.
actually
go.
what it says is you can change position by making the maneuvering roll as a free action. By making your actual action, you get the +2. So if you
Yeah.
want to make the maneuvering roll and still do something else this round, it's a +3.
No, I'm concentrating on getting this boat through an icy channel and into the wind. So I think Cray would probably holler out, prepare the guns for chain shot, and he'd holler up at Napes, give me my directions.
Yep. Yeah,
All
she's
right.
already up there
Right.
doing it. So
With
And then he would
you,
just concentrate on keeping us away from the ice and
you
stuff.
and Napes and Stitch are currently boating, which leaves all 6 of your crew members free to go prep those guns.
Okay. And
And
I
it
think it
takes
takes
2 to
8
man a
rounds.
gun. It takes 2 people to man a gun, which means you can have this round. They will scramble. They will have your bow chaser loaded and 1 gun to port and starboard side loaded this round. Should you
Okay.
choose to
Yes. That's
hopefully. All right, go ahead and make your maneuver.
okay.
That is a success with a raise.
Thankfully for the bonuses and the crew.
And that, move all this crap out of the way. That is a line that once you get across, you are free. You just move that much closer. The rest of you are boating. So let's see if they have any crew boating checks on here. Of course. No, they don't. So,
nice roll.
It was, wasn't it?
Can I ask you, Jingo, what's the difference between the blue and the brown or black rolls? What?
the blue
Color dice.
indicates that that was your wild die that got that roll.
Got it. Okay, that's why I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing a pattern here. So,
All right,
gotcha.
2-mast sailing ship. He is going to attempt to do the same thing Alistair did. No, that one's not going to. They attempted as a maneuver and failed. So, does that mean they go out of control?
Only on a critical failure, from what I read.
Only on a well, they're not wild cards, so they can't critical fail. So, no, he failed to close the gap. The 1-mast ship, which is smaller.
Now you can roll an extra d6 just to, because they aren't wild cards, they don't get the wild dice. But if they roll a 1, then you would roll another d6 to see if it's a crit fail anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna at this point. Let's see.
Yeah, that can lengthen things out considerably too. Oh.
So the small ship manages. You gain 2 spaces on everybody, but he managed to. Whoever that captain is, he's getting good out of his boat. And the last guy, here's his boating check. As he also tries to
Keep up with us.
keep up with you, and he does not.
Good.
Those guys are the noobs.
Where is my
Fuck those guys.
music at? Why did it go away? There we go. Just need to turn it up. All right. Get back to my combat tracker, and we'll go to a new round. And the two-mast ship 79 goes first. He will again let's see, what does he want to try to do? Nope, the only thing he can do is continue to attempt to change position. It's a +2. 7 and number 79 moves slightly. This guy also moves slightly. And the last guy does not move, so the ground that the one made, he lost this round. Alistair, are the rest of you going to continue to work the boat?
Yep.
This round, you hear the shouts of gun up as your Marines will race to prep the other two guns.
Okay. So
Sensor 77.
Alistair's not prepared to fire right now. I mean, if it looks like we can get away, that's what we're doing. We're using speed and
You are on the
and,
Thames in London, and a stray cannon shot could go into town.
right.
Plus, they've
Natus
got more
has got
guns than
eyes.
us. They outgun us.
Big time. And there's you guys are on the Thames headed out of London. There are more ships. These are just the ones that are.
We just need to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, if you draw a club, you might gain more ships, but yeah.
Right.
Alright.
So yes.
Again, for each success and a raise that your companions give, that'll be a bonus. You can roll for the crew. They are considered a minimum 1 success regardless of the roll. They have a chance to get better.
Crew gives me +1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aha. So would you call this a going through the Thames like this in a chase? Would you call that a nautical hazard?
Yes, I think I would. Why?
Cool, because
What
that
have you
gives
got?
me, well, because it'll give me +2 bonus
Sweet.
to boating rolls due to my eagle eyes because of the lookout.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, absolutely.
And then, let's see. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I got stuff for this. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I have a regular +2 all the time. So right now, while we're doing this chase, she's got a +4 to notice.
Booyah. Bring it.
So, and then a +2 to boating.
All
So,
right, make the boating check. I'll tell
okay.
you what, if you would rather use the notice roll, because it's specifically for being on a boat, I'll allow you to use notice instead of boating and apply it the same.
Wait.
Because you have a better roll.
Okay. I'm all over that.
She is the eyes of the ship.
Ben redeemed a TPK. Your boat hits an iceberg. You all sink. You die of
Campaign's over.
hypothermia before anybody can rescue you. We will start a new game next week. No.
All right. So let me hit that so that it ends up being a +4. All right. And
That is a success for the race, so that's another +2 for the captain's boating. Stitch,
go.
do you wish to add in?
Hold on.
You're probably working the sails and rigging. That's another success. So the
That's
base
+7.
+2 for the maneuver. One for the crew is 3. 2 for Napes is 5, and 1 for Stitch is 6. You got a +6 to your roll.
Okay.
Swing.
+6. Twang. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah.
There you go.
A show
You know
wing.
what? That's a raise. That's 3 raises. You catch a current and a wind, and just your boat almost gets up and dances on the top of the water, and you guys go flying out into the channel and into the fog, and have escaped the British vessels. And this is a perfect time and place to end it for the day, guys. And we will
Give
pick
him a
up.
parting salute, and he drops
So
his
you-
drawers and moons them.
All right. At
Right.
this point, they're in open water, so we will pick up next time, because as you guys have escaped the Thames, you have not yet escaped the English Channel.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's where we will pick up as you guys play dodgem among the British fleet and other things in the early morning of 1709. All right, thank you guys. Thanks for weathering through my technical difficulties today, but we got on and we got it done. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really needed this. What I'm going to do now is we're going to look at the Twitterverse and see if there's anybody out there we can drop a big old fat raid on. I believe Venerek said he was running some Starfund. Let's see if he's still out there.
16 people on the stream, man. That's good.
Man, we are
Yeah.
kicking butt today.
I loved it.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. You guys
Yeah.
really kind of meshed together. Well, I had a lot of fun. You guys really kind of meshed together. Let me go over here and look at this.
I hope they're not bad because we have a lot of them.
See what they're playing. I really am not seeing somebody that is doing what we're doing, so I don't think we will do a raid today. I wish Ven had been on, because I would definitely raid him. Unless he's on somebody else's channel.
Could be jankin'.
Actually, Sven, we start at 9 Mountain, 10 Central, but we started a little late today. Mountain, 10 Central.
Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had gremlins. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call it for the day. I thank everybody for your bits, for your follows, for your subs, for just coming to hang out and listen to us be stupid and have fun being pirates. We will be back here next week. Also, let's see, Marv, you have your own thing going, right? Thursday nights. Tell the people about what you got going on real quick.
Well, I do a thing called Savage Thursdays, and we've been the last 83 sessions, believe it or not, doing the Flood, Deadlands the Flood plot point campaign. And we're nearing the end of that. Drake plays in it, Benno plays in it. Jingo played in it for a while until Martian Cat got pretty big with what she was streaming, and her sponsors said, we need a moderator. And so Jingo had to fall out. His old character is currently the marshal of the town of Perdition, California. But that's Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
You guys should check it out. It's just as crazy over there as it is over here. With that, Pab, are you streaming right now, or are you?
I am not.
You are not. What about you, Alethea? Are you doing any streaming right now?
Nope. Nope. Just kind of, I'm just hosting you at this point, so.
Awesome. Well,
I don't
thank
do a
you.
whole lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is all we have for today. So I'm going to press the way out button and we are going to sail off. And thank you guys. Say goodnight, Twitch.
Night, Twitch.
Good
Night.
night, Twitch.
Oh, I'm messing. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh, and before I forget, later on today, I will be appearing in Martian Cat's stream where we will be doing choices. She just guilted me into reminding me that I meant to do this. So while you're all sitting there watching my outro screen, remember, come see us later where we get other kinds of silly.
So what choices is that? The
It's choices is a basically a choose your own path adventure app book that is a mobile
okay.
app, and so
Right.
she does it and we read the character voices live. That would be 4:30 Mountain Time, Sven, that we do that. And yeah, I join her on the Saturday evening streams. So
Very cool.
again, thank you all.
Thank
And,
you.
man. It's good to be back, folks. It's
It
good to
is.
be back. And with
You
that,
know,
See you
guys
in a
This is
week.
have
awesome.
a good afternoon.